Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Various celebrities were obliged to live in their automobiles until they made it big in the show business, until they got their motors going. In difficult times, terrible methods were necessary, but look at them now. Here are the 5 celebrities who lived in their cars. Number 5. Burt Macklin. With his transformation from lovable, funny guy Andy Dwyer on Parks and Recreation to action hero Owen Grady in Jurassic World, Pratt, aka Burt Macklin, has been turning heads. But it isn't the only dramatic change the actor has undergone. At 19, Pratt accepted a one-way ticket to Maui, Hawaii from a friend and set up a makeshift home in a flea and mouse-infested van, which he described as quite great to The Independent. We basically drank and smoked cannabis and worked a few hours a week, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week, just enough to pay for gas, food, and fishing supplies, Pratt explained. You know, that was a lovely era. Actress Rae Dawn Chong met Pratt while serving tables at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company in Maui the same year, took notice of his excellent looks, and cast him in her directorial debut, Cursed Part 3. I knew the instant she said she was taking me to LA, he stated. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, she says. Number 4. Danny Bonaducci. There isn't anything Danny Bonaducci, or Dante Daniel Danny Bonaducci, hasn't done. Danny's acting career began in the 1970s when he was cast in the sitcom The Partridge Family as Danny Partridge, and that's where his story started. He is most remembered for his roles in mainly 2 shows, Charlotte's Web, 1973, and That 70s Show, 1998. Since November 22, 2010, he has been married to Amy Railsback. Gretchen Bonaducci and Setsuko Hattori were his previous wives. Unfortunately, his career began to wane in the 1980s. He was renowned and homeless, according to the Huffington Post. He went to illicit narcotics once the show finished. According to various reports, he claims, I lived exactly beside this dumpster, but I lived in my car. I'd wake up, wipe my eyes, and go right through the small arch that leads to Grauman's Chinese Theater, where everyone's footsteps are. Number 3. Hilary Swank. Susie Sachs, a producer, spotted Hilary Swank as a youngster and began training her in acting. She made her stage debut as Mowgli in The Jungle Book when 9 years old. She started to act in local theater and school productions regularly. Hilary next starred in supporting parts in Sam Raimi's The Gift 2000, starring Cate Blanchett and Keanu Reeves, and in Christopher Nolan's Insomnia 2000, alongside Al Pacino and Robin Williams 2002. Hilary Swank tends to be drawn to parts where she is the underdog. There's a reason for it after all. For a few weeks, they were forced to live out of their car and in an empty house. We had a friend who was selling their house, she told CBS. You know, there's no furniture, but you may stay there at night, they added. Then you have to depart throughout the day so we can try to sell it. As a result, we purchased an air mattress. The air mattresses were blown up. Air mattresses were used for sleeping, and then I was gone. Number 2. Lil' Kim. In the 1990s, Lil' Kim was recognized for various things, including being a real beauty and a rap queen. Standing at just 4 feet 11 inches tall, Kimberly Jones appears to be no more than an ordinary girl from the hood. Still, since her debut, Lil' Kim has become known for her provocative, over-the-top outfits, glamorous blonde hairdos, and a groundbreaking triumph that cemented her place as one of the few female rappers in a male-dominated industry. She did, however, live on the streets before becoming famous. Lil' Kim, actual name Kimberly Denise Jones, was 8 years old. Her parents divorced owing to her father's abuse of her mother. She and her mother were stranded with nowhere to go. According to Complex, there was a period when my mother and I were living out of the trunk of her car. We slept in the back seat of the car. When she returned to her father, he booted her out of the house when she was a teenager, and she became homeless once more. Number 1. William Shatner. Following his divorce, William Shatner lived out of his pickup truck. Following the cancellation of Star Trek in early 1969, William Shatner had a difficult time finding work. On top of that, he had recently gone through a divorce, leaving him penniless and homeless. The actor claimed to reside in a pickup truck. It was the early 1970s, and I'd just divorced, he explained. I was broke and had 3 children. I found employment on the Straw Hat Circus summer stock back east. But I couldn't afford motels, so I stayed in the back of my truck beneath the hard shell. It had a little stove and a toilet, and I'd drive from one theater to another theater to get where I am today. So when somebody buys a car, it usually travels around. There are times when it will be utilized to travel or to give someone a lift, but this is not always the case, and for some people, their automobile is their home since they are struggling so much. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. We will see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye!